Hi, welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing, very obviously, as was in the title, a Bill Cipher dating simulator. I don't know about you guys, but back in, way back in whatever time Gravity Falls came out, like, everyone was obsessed with Bill Cipher. And they started drawing him as a human. And I remember that human interpretation just being so hot for no reason either. It was really good. And I remember it slowly, because of that, I've slowly started to like his non-human form, the fucking Dorito. So that's what we're going to be romancing here. And I'm excited for that, so let's go. This game is rated T for teens. It contains mild language and adult themes such as use of alcohol. Bill Cipher getting fucking lit. Player discretion is advised. Okay. Also, I just learned that my keyboard is loud as hell, so please excuse it. Oh. Ooh, that's a little loud. I don't know how loud that is for y'all, but that is pretty loud for me, okay? It was a warm July evening. The sun was just barely up, giving the pine trees around you a pinkish glow to them. After a long trip, you guzzle... Fucking guzzle. Guzzle my glizzy. Okay, I'm sorry. Enough being immature. After a long trip, you guzzle some water and wipe some sweat from your brow. You are in Oregon, the place where the infamous Bill Cipher statue was. And for the first time in your life, you're going to see him in person. As you trot up the path that lay deep in the pine wood, you notice a small gray hand sticking out from the bushes. Curious, you decide to take a closer look. It was him. The statue laid there motionless, his body somewhat cracked and patched with growing moss, his limbs mostly gone, all except for the hand that he shook with Ford. This is gorgeous! Oh my god! And his eye, probably as big as your head it would seem, was all there. You searched around the area for a bit, seeing if the treasure chest was taken, or even if it was there at all. After all, you were the first to find him. After you found the treasure and the fake, seemingly meaningless gold coins, you stare at the statue and wonder what to do next. You received a fake gold coin in your bag. Oh snap, do I have an inventory system? I do have an inventory system! I have a bag! Except, wait, I didn't see the coin in there. Oh, it's there now! Plastic coin. A plastic coin you found from the treasure chest. You wonder how Stanley managed to put his face on it. You end up taking pictures with the statue, like any modern day person would. Afterwards, you stare at his thin, small hand. Before the hunt for the statue started, you remember the rule said specifically to not shake the hand. Still, you can't help but wonder what would happen if you did. Shake the hand? Aha, Gravity Falls got jokes. Absolutely. You decided, as if you had any other choice, to shake the hand. Within an instant, the statue changed before your eyes from a dull gray to a shiny yellow gold. Too shiny, in fact, that you sort of had to shield your eyes from the sun gleam reflecting from it. His form had changed back to the way he was in the show. Wait, is Gravity Falls like a show in this universe? Or is it like an actual place? Okay, whatever. Bow tie, top hat, his arms and legs, and most importantly, his big, somewhat cat-like eye, was all shown before you. When the transformation was finally done, he floated close to the ground, wide-eyed and seemed frightened. It hardly seemed like he knew you were there. Ah, ha, ha. I'm alive! Holy heck, I actually survived that punch! Oh my, I wish I had my voice changer for this, but it's not working. Oh my god, look at his limbs! This is beautifully drawn! He stared at his hands, shaking from excitement until you backed away a bit and stepped on a small branch while doing so. He flinched, now coming into realization that he wasn't alone. He stared through you, shocked and a bit scared. He waved his hand around to see how you'd react. He noticed your eye follow his hand. So you can see me, huh? He mumbled to himself, his hands somewhat shaky. Guess I'm still in my physical form, even after all that mess. The demon blinks a few times, puffs up his chest, straightens his bow tie, and speaks. Well, kid, you sure took your sweet time, but I'm glad you found me. Feels like I've been stuck here for ages. I don't know what the fucking voice I'm doing is, my bad. He turns around and starts to float away, waving at you with one hand. Anyway, later, sucker. When you both turned and looked at your wrist, a faint glow of what looked like a transparent chain binds you two. Wait, a chain? How in the world did that get there? Bill, now seeming to once again lose his composure, started to frantically try to free himself from the chain. No! I spent years stuck in this stupid rock and now this! As the dream demon panicked, you stood there and wondered what to do. What do you do now? I'll try to calm him down, you know. I like him. I got a little crushy crush on him. You decided to try and calm him down. He stopped trying to free himself from the chains and looked at you like you were nuts. Calm down? Calm down? You have any idea what this chain means, kid? He held up the chains as if he were playing bizarre version of show and tell. This means we're soul-bound. It means I'm stuck with you for life! He dropped the chain, and with a big sigh, his tension eased a bit. Thanks anyways for trying, kiddo. Well, since I'm stuck with you, I might as well get to know you. What's your name, anyway? Gotta think of a good name. I'll just go with the usual Titty McGee. Also, what do you go by? You a guy, gal, non-binary pal? What? Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm fine with anything, so I'll just put they, them. So you're non-gendered, huh? Understandable. So tell me, Titty McGee, what brought you up here in the first place? How did you know I was even here? You stood there, quiet for a moment. How do you tell someone you saved them because you knew them from a show? So it is a show in this. Is it like a reality show? As it was, this whole scenario was too surreal to even believe it was happening. But bizarre as it was happening. As you stared off into space, Bill started rummaging through your things and took out your purchased copy of the journal. It's still in good shape and even has its store-bought cover still on it. Oh ho ho! What have we? Huh? Why do you have a copy of Fordsy's old journal? And why does it look new? It's clear that he has no idea where he is or the fact of his existence to you. He's gonna learn eventually anyway. But after the event so far and 2 mental breakdowns, you're not really sure if he can take more surprising news right now. What do you do now? I'm just gonna tell him what's up. I feel like he'd appreciate that. Ah, I missed it! Okay, wait, back. You decided to tell him the origins of the book, who wrote it, and why you know of Bill in the first place. He floats there, still staring strangely at you. So you're telling me that, you nod, that I came from a show. Oh, so it is like just Gravity Falls, okay. That a man with a silly goatee and a love of plaid made, and he made the stupid replica of the diary also. You nod for a third time. He seems to look at you like he came from a mental ward. Haha, very funny. So funny, in fact, that I almost believe you. If it was true, why the heck is my statue here, huh? As he said that, he tossed you the book and tugged the chain, as if you were a dog on his leash. Oh, okay. Anyway, what's the holdup, kiddo? Are we gonna stand here in a forest until dark, or are we gonna get a move on? As the twilight fades into a starry night, you notice that the events you're experiencing right now can't be undone. Wow, you just noticed that? Okay. You didn't really expect to be even out here for this long, but given the current events, it's not like there was anything you could do about it. You've noticed that Bill, the very being you're chained to, looks doubtful on the situation both of you are in. Even if he's a psychotic dream demon and you've known him throughout the show, you realize that you may need to get to know the real him to gain his trust. You start putting up some options. I want to know how he is, but I also want to know about the constellations. I'll just ask how he is. Try to ask the triangle how he is to, I don't know, give him some sort of comfort, I guess. He replies with a skeptical sort of look. Skep-halo sort of look. What's it look like? I'm chained to a lifetime of misery, thanks to you. Doesn't look too good, now does it? Oh. Probably not the best time to bother him about the, situation. Prick. Say constellations. You try to keep Bill entertained by asking him what constellations are up tonight. The demon rolls his eyes for a moment before you mention something about seeing the summer triangle. He glances at you for a moment before turning his gaze upward. Oh, you mean that? That's formed by the Altair, Deneb, and Vega. They also happen to be the brightest stars in the three constellations of Aquila, Cygnus, and Lyra, respectively. He seems to be Sorry, hold on. I'm so sorry about that. I'm back now. I'm back. He seems to be interested on the subject, despite that you've just looked this up on the net. Good thinking, you. By the way, just because it's a triangle doesn't mean that's going to impress me more. You must have looked that up, didn't you? After a small moment, you let out an awkward cough. Well, seems like any hopes of wooing him went down the drain. You try to think about something else that might work. I'll ask him if he's hungry. Does he eat? I mean, I know he eats, but does he like... But I assumed when he ate, it was more for, like, his own pleasure, because, you know, food tastes good. But does he get hungry? You asked Bill if he would like to get some grub, or at least eat something just for the sake of the travel. Bill rolled his eye, his singular eye. Oh wow, human food! I'd love to! Not! Well, that didn't work. What else? Nothing! We just gotta go, I guess. Seeing as how no other option was useful in the slightest, you asked him that maybe it would be a better idea to get out of the woods. Yeah, seems like the only good plan your head can come up with. Come on, this way. Why is he so rude? And soon, he leads the way to somewhere. At this point, the sun had almost set completely, leaving them walking in the dark almost. Plus, God, the forest was so incredibly thick it was hard to walk through it all. Well, hard for you anyway, not for Bill. He, on the other hand, was completely phasing through everything that touched him. Everything, of course, except for the chains binding you two. It was strange. Somehow, you two were chained together, and yet there really was no feel to it at all, like it was some sort of hologram. Ooh. That's what good pussy sounds like. As he led the way, you were so busy distracted in thought when you slipped over the edge of the gravel below you, right into a not so conveniently placed hole. Bill reluctantly is pulled and falls in with you. I thought this was gonna be a, I don't know, he catches us moment, but nah, we both going down. Hey! Titty McGee! Watch out! After the initial shock of falling, the demon flusters as he tries to yank the chain up, but sadly was unsuccessful. Gah! Why won't you move? Oh, I love that. I'm just like a white silhouette. Bill, frustrated that all he could do was be pulled down by you, reluctantly was dragged down into what seemed like an endless hole. Wait, is this the bottomless pit in that one episode? Oh my god. There was a good minute of yelling, mostly by your part and partially by Bill's, before the initial shock passed and your throat grew sore. Guess you were gonna be here for a while. This is the bottomless pit! Why the fuck is he sitting like that? You know, I've thought about this before. Bill Cipher's he's a little fruity. Just like, you know, like the way he acts. It's a little fruity. You and Bill floated in the darkness, and after a good few minutes you calmed down some. After a bit of adjusting, the fall became easier to get used to. The demon in front of you, of course, floated with ease, since he was so used to floating already. Oh my god, I can't imagine what that would be like. Like, you're falling for minutes and you just have to get used to it. What? From his expression, you could easily tell he was aggravated. You okay? Bill blinked slowly at the question, looking at you foolishly. Yeah, perfectly dandy. I mean, we're stuck together for less than an hour and somehow you've managed to make us fall into a hole. Which, thanks for that, by the way. I'm so grateful. He scoffs as you float there in silence. Oh. Technically, what all had happened wasn't really your fault. You couldn't help but feel he was blaming you for everything. Guess you really should have been more careful. What? I can't control that! Before either of you could speak another word, a small light illuminated below, the small circle of white growing bigger and bigger as you fell. Within moments, you remembered that you were still falling, and that there was a strong possibility that there'd be a cold, hard ground you'll meet at the end of it. Your instinctive reaction was to close your eyes, hold your head, and scream as you fell for the inevitable. Immediately, you tugged the chain until you could grab onto him. How would he feel? Like, how would it... Like, texture-wise? Like, you just... How would he feel? He'd be flat, so... Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's very weird. He was a demon and could probably survive the fall, but it was always better safe than sorry. Plus, you were pretty terrified and needed to grab onto something. Screams filled the dark hole as you both fell closer and closer to your doom. Let's hope either of you could survive this. The end? Wait, what? Wait, are there several endings? Did I do something wrong? Hold on. Did I do something wrong? Yes. Wait. Okay, skip. Laugh at him. You thought it was amusing, seeing him get out of the one bind just to find himself stuck in another, so you couldn't help but chuckle. He stopped in trying to free himself from the chains and snapped. What? Is this funny to ya? You think this is a joke? Heh, you know what this chain means, right? He held up the chain as if... Oh, wait, I think this is all the same now. It means I'm stuck with you for life! He dropped the chain and had the most sinister look on his face, which seemed pretty difficult to tell since all he had ruled it was an eye. I can make your life a living nightmare, or I can be your best friend. Your choice. He floated up next to you and leaned his arm on your shoulder. Ooh! He still seemed cocky, and the more you were around him, the more you felt unwelcome. Well, since I'm stuck with you, might as well get to know you. What's your name, anyway? Wait, okay, is this all the same? Obama is a he, him. Okay, skip. What if I lie to him? He told the demon how much of a cutie he was, and how— a cutie! Oh, because he's a triangle! A Bill Cipher dating sim seems pretty cursed. No, I think you're wrong. He told the demon of how much of a cutie he was, and how much you never heard of the sportsy he mentioned. Bill's grip on the book loosens, but his expression doesn't change. You just had to, didn't ya? Real funny, kid. I'll let it slide for now, but I know something's up. As he said that, he tossed you the book and tugged on the chain, as if you were— okay. Alright, this is when he tells us to get a move on. No way it's all the same. Hold on. No way. For a bit, you stay quiet. Maybe talking to him might make him feel worse, especially since you were the entire reason why you two were falling down the hole in the first place. You both floated there, staring elsewhere in silence. Every now and again, you two would steal glances at each other in the long duration of the silence. How long had you two been floating down there? It felt like hours. It was awkward. Before either of you could speak, a small light illuminated below, the small circle of white growing bigger and bigger as you fell. Within moments, you remember that you were still falling, and there is a strong possibility that there will be a cold, hard ground you'll meet at the end of it. Your instinctive reaction was to close your eyes, hold your head, and scream as you fell for the inevitable. Immediately, you tugged at the chain until you could grab onto him. He was a demon and could probably survive the fall, but it was always better safe than sorry. Plus, you were pretty terrified and needed to grab onto something. Screams filled the dark hole as you both fell closer and closer to your doom. Let's hope either of you could survive this. The end. So that really was the end, huh? A Bill Cipher dating sim seems pretty acute. Alright, was that it? Was that really it? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Help? Yeah, I think that was it. That's weird. Sorry for the short stream then. How long has it been? 25 minutes? Yeah, I enjoyed it though. Thank you all for tuning in. Alright. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. Bye!